Today is day 29, ladies and gentlemen, of our 1000 Dawns, and if you're wondering why my hair looks like this, it's been a very, very long 3 days, and it's going to be an even longer week coming up. So, for what they're worth, let me try and I'm going to get a haircut at the end of the week. Yeah, I think that's just sort of how it's going to be. So, for the interest of fairness, let me explain to you guys sort of what I'm expecting to happen over the next week. So, coming up, I have got my final week of training at work, and after that is when we start shaking things up, where the details of my timetable are going to expand and stretch accordingly. They're mostly going to be like night shifts starting from around about like maybe the 9th of March, probably onwards. But yeah, this is sort of like we're at an interesting crossroads, ladies and gentlemen, where all of a sudden I feel like the training wheels are starting to come off, which makes sense. They had to at some point, but the problem is that it is going to be a little bit daunting and a little bit overwhelming. Thankfully, however, I have confidence in where I'm working that if problems do arise, all I have to do is ask for help and help will arrive. What I just want to and besides, it's not exactly as if I'm planning on like doing anything on purpose. Of course, that's just out of the question. But I just want to know is that when things maybe sometimes get a bit more, or even if I just have something like very rudimentary to ask, I'll just do the right thing and ask for help. I think everybody must have been in that situation at some point, and you know what? I am no different. Just what's going to matter is, once again, my willingness to improve, to do better, and to just crack and get on with it. Not crack, physically or anything like that, or mentally. No, that as in just, ask for help and we'll get on with it. It is what it is, and whilst there may be some things over the next couple of days that may once again be a little bit of a shock to the system, at the same time, it's what I've been trained for, and it's just about a matter of getting on with it. If there is, however, moments, and there have been moments over the last number of weeks, ladies and gentlemen, where I generally feel that I'm not cut out for this, well, if I generally feel that way, then maybe now's the time to start mentioning it. Because there will be days where I honestly do feel like I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But I think that's just also to be expected. Nobody is born perfect. That's obvious. And these are just the things that are going to be going on at my day job. And then, because then we have to draw attention to, the things that I do, my work online. Because after literally the span of only 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, after submitting to the guidelines about being monetized on TikTok, you're good to go, son. And that's given me quite a lot to think about just for the beginning of March alone. Now, here's the thing. Being monetized on TikTok, it's not, as you may suspect, a get out of jail free card. But what it does, it gives us another route to success. It means a way of passively earning, and whilst in many such cases, it may not be game changing or anything like that. However, it could be if I'm willing to put the effort into it. Because my manager always adores the phrase, sometimes you only get out of life after what you're willing to put into it. And I agree. And it's a fantastic sentiment to follow. So therefore, as we go through the month of March, I have to, and we're not even going to go through the rhetoric that we've done before, ladies and gentlemen, where we will work to about the middle of the month, and then we will get into second gear and go through the rest of March like that. We're not going to do that, because from this point onwards, ladies and gentlemen, we are going at this full throttle. If I go to sleep tomorrow night and I did not feel as if like I gave 110%. Then you can only try the next day. If I fail today, I can only try again tomorrow. And I think that I don't know if attitudes like that are absolutely is absolutely is like winning material, so to speak. But I do think deep down inside, it's I think what they're looking for, because even in defeat, and there will be days, ladies and gentlemen, and I kid you not, I've been there many, many times where I will feel like I have been defeated. At the end of the day, for every defeat, it makes every victory even sweeter. So far in this year, ladies and gentlemen, in January and February, we have won a series of tiny victories. And being monetized on TikTok is also a tiny victory. But all of these tiny victories, sooner or later, will lead to something exponential. And whilst it may not happen in March, it might not happen until halfway into December, but I do genuinely believe that it's coming. Whatever this grand victory is, but I can tell you, it's on its way. I mean, just to name one idea behind this, again, weight loss again, just I don't even need to prove, I can tell it's continuing to go down. I mean, 2 days ago, I weighed myself, I was 14.5. Maybe even by this time next week, I can at least get it down to 14.1.5. And maybe the next week after that, get it under 14 stone. And while some argue it may not be the healthiest and stuff idea in the book, but I think it's something worth chasing. But what do you guys reckon? But for today, St. David's Day, the campaign once again is over. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow.